Welcome to Metal Mass.
I'm Drew.
And I'm in pain. Roll film. Yeah, so I went skiing the other day. Tried to go off a ledge, landed wrong, and did a couple of rolls.
Man, you sent it.
You know what? The funny thing is, right before I flew off that edge,
You yelled, send it.
my friend yelled,
Send it, Jake!
and when someone says send it,
You gotta send it. But you know what? The mountain sent it back.
Oh yeah.
Enough about skiing. Enough about us. This video is actually about you,
That's right.
the Metal Mass
You
community.
and this channel.
Yeah, we've got a special curated video today where we're going to go through, first of all, a big celebration of hitting 200 subscribers. Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
It's not a huge number, no, but we are very proud of it. We've worked really hard on this channel, and we have no one else to thank but our subscribers.
Absolutely true. I mean, over the past, 6-7 months, maybe less, that we've been doing this, I'd say we've seen a huge amount of growth, a lot of interaction in the comments. I mean, we've learned from the comments that you've posted. We appreciate all the nice things you've said, and we even appreciate all the negative things because we learn lots.
And we're progressing, and the channel is getting better with every video, so
Better with every video.
thanks for the support and the criticism.
Yes. And I mean, with the idea of growth in mind, we've actually put together a growth plan. It's our path to 5,000 subscribers. At least that's what we're starting with for now. I mean, hopefully we plan to make more of these, but 5,000, that's our goal, and we got some checkpoints along the way. So
That's what's in visual sight, at least.
that's true. That's our distant goal. But with that being said, here is our path to 5,000 subscribers.
Pretty nice, right? So
Beautiful path.
when we started this channel, we were super excited. First of all, we didn't exactly know what we were doing, but we
No
knew
clue.
what we wanted out of the channel, which is international communities.
So metalheads, where metalheads can
Metalheads,
just
yeah.
get together. I mean, there are some metal channels out there that are, they post a lot of like really talented stuff. I feel like most of the time. I mean, neither of us are really super talented on instruments, but we're huge fans. Like, this is almost just a metal like fan page, where we come together and we can just appreciate metal together.
We talk about recent events and what's going down in the bigger community, not just the Metal Mass community.
Totally. Exactly so. Well, I mean, without further ado, I guess we can just go through all of our checkpoints on the list here.
Yeah, so when we started, we mapped out some checkpoints, and we really didn't start with much. I mean, we've got a camera, but who doesn't?
True. It's literally on our smartphones. So literally everyone has a camera.
Right? We started out with this little set, and when we
Yeah.
first started, there was like nothing.
Nothing
It
back
was just
here.
a wall.
Yeah, it's really just a wall. I mean, maybe there was like one thing. I don't even remember what. But yeah, really, it was just, the brick wall is cool enough.
Well, we started mapping out checkpoints and benchmarks. And once we hit these benchmarks, we get something for the channel.
Yes. So yeah, direct growth. Not only are you supporting the channel by subscribing and liking our videos, I mean, by doing that, you're going to help us hit these improvement points that we've set for ourselves, Like, we can't buy all this stuff right up front. We have to earn it, we've decided.
We're pretty goal-oriented, so this is just the way we work as well.
Totally. It's just a way of pushing us forward. So, I mean, some of the things you'll see that we've already kind of hit, like, these are just things that are just like, all right, when we hit, 50, we're going to do, what do we start with? Oh, even 25. I'm sorry. 25 subscribers. You surprised me with this beautiful Metal Mass flag, the Metal Mass flag. But yeah, the flag's been awesome. Then at 50, we decided we wanted to hit, we realized, because I don't even know if we got any comments about it, but we knew we wanted to improve our sound.
The audio was pretty trash.
The audio was just obviously trash in our early videos.
The quality was that of a black metal band.
It was.
into a Toys R Us voice recorder.
That is very accurate.
Anyway, as you can see, it showed up.
The mic. Then the last one that we've already hit was at 100. You want to introduce that one?
Yeah, so as you can see right here, at 100 subscribers, we decided to get ourselves a second tripod.
Second tripod, which was important because prior to that point, we used a second camera at some points, but we really just had a box and 2 knives.
2 steak knives. Yeah, so it's been a major improvement for when we've been filming, especially unboxing videos where we try and get a nice close-up of the stuff we bought. So
yes, multiple angles.
So the next one is very prevalent to this episode specifically because we just hit our 200 subscriber benchmark. Shout out to all you 200 people out there. You hold a very special place in our hearts.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for getting us this far. And we hope to see you at 5,000 subscribers. But before we hit 5,000, we have a couple of the benchmarks that we're excited about. You know, these are things we haven't gotten yet. I guess we should say at 200, though, the thing that we're getting right now is little business cards.
That's right. So
just like this.
Yep, that's the idea we have. QR codes are a thing of the future, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Scan this puppy, takes you straight to our channel.
100%.
Direct access. So the reason why we thought that this was going to be our 200 benchmark is because we really need to step it up on our advertising.
Yeah.
We need to put ourselves out there a bit more other than just relying on the search from YouTube and everything.
Totally. It's only so reliable.
Yeah. So, and we find ourselves in public a lot. You know, we hang out. We're best bros.
Yes.
So we hang out a lot and we go to like places and people will comment on our metal shirts, you know?
Dude, the Subway. We hit Subway every week almost. I mean, not every week, but we love Subway. This is not sponsored by Subway, by the way, but we do love Subway. And there's this guy there that is always asking us about our metal shirts because we're filming Metal Mass. We're going to be wearing a metal shirt. I mean, not that we don't every other day of the week, but
my entire closet is
metal shirts.
If I'm going to buy a shirt, it's going to have some band, you know, on it.
100%.
But yeah, so we found ourselves interacting with metalheads a lot throughout our days. And, you know, the US is definitely a minority in metal. Like, it's not like Europe. Like, I don't think you guys in Europe realize that, you know, it's hard to find metalheads here in the US unless you're like,
you don't run into them as often
at a concert, obviously. But
I mean, I guess that being said, I've never been to Europe, so I don't know if it's, I mean, but we do hear that it's like a majority. You get like Brazil,
looking at
European
statistics,
countries,
you know,
totally.
And, yeah, even I've lived in South America for a little bit.
That's right.
There are a lot of metalheads there. Like,
pretty sick, man.
I mean, other than, you know, Metallica, you'll see a lot of that going on.
Yeah,
but
I think Slipknot's like big down there. I don't remember.
Yeah, but anyway, we always want to tell them about our, you know, channel we do, where we just talk about like the recent metal events that are happening.
Totally.
But it's hard to say, you know, like, hey, we have a YouTube channel.
Hey, you should memorize
this name, go search it, look for this logo. And by the time we're done explaining, like, you know.
And you're in the Subway line, he's trying to make you a sandwich and you're telling him this. It's just not going to have the same effect as, like, you know, he gives you the receipt, you give him the little card and say, hey, check this out, man.
So, yeah, there we go. We're going to print these puppies out.
Heck yeah, I'm excited.
Hand them out like candy.
Yes, candy.
Not really, because just to people who would be interested in it.
That's true. But yeah, we're really excited about those business cards. Yeah, and I mean, beyond that, we've got a bunch of stuff coming up. So that's 200. And at 400, we're going to get some car stickers.
That's right. We want to advertise ourselves.
Yeah, so
on our cars.
Yes, along the same lines of the business cards, just we're driving around all the time, you know? Who knows where all the metalheads out there that are just seeing our little cars, you know? And then who knows, maybe they're walking the parking lot, they see the Metal Mass logo, and they say, that looks cool, I'm going to check that out.
Yeah, funny enough.
That's what we're counting on.
On the back of my car, I have an Avenged Sevenfold Deathbat sticker. and I get comments about it all the time. I even have people leave notes in my windshield wiper saying, "Hey, dude, I really like your sticker." So
yeah, that's awesome, man. So yeah, it goes to show. Even if we only get like a few people, like I feel like if someone's going to that much work, like it's going to be someone who's going to subscribe, which I mean that's worth it.
So this goal is a little special because
it's a double.
It's a 2-for-1.
And yes, just because there's 2 dots on the fretboard at that point. But why not also?
That's literally our only reasons.
Yes, yeah, there's nothing else special about 400.
So, 400, if we hit it, which we probably will.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we will.
I have one tiny square remaining on my battle jacket. So, as you can see, my battle jacket is pretty dang full.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, there's not a lot of spots left, except for this one right here.
Yes.
And when we hit 400 subscribers, I will order a custom Metal Mass logo patch.
Metal Mass patch.
And sew it on right here.
Totally. And if you haven't noticed a theme here, we are trying out, well, I guess this is one of the things, maybe not all the ones we've mentioned so far, but we're going to try out a couple different Metal Mass merchandise, see how it feels using it ourselves. This is all stuff that we could sell, wholesale at one point. Well, I guess retail, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, that would be super sweet. I do like our logo a lot.
Totally.
We put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah, it was like the first thing I think we ever did.
Yeah.
Before we even filmed our first video, we made this logo, and it's stuck ever since. It's been a good logo.
For sure. So after we get car stickers, I sew that patch on my battle jacket.
And patch.
We're hoping to hit 666 subscribers.
Yes.
And when we do, we are going to get a better lighting system.
Yes. So as you can see, the lighting's not half bad. The room is lit pretty good, but it is just the natural room lighting. So, we're going to bump up our professionalism. We're going to get ourselves a fancy little lighting system. It's going to be even better. Literally, by subscribing to this channel, you're going to be improving the quality directly.
Yes. Help us achieve our goals and our dreams.
We appreciate you for that. Heck yeah. Well, beyond that, I mean, after lighting, we got from 666, which of course we had to hit 666. We go up to 1,000. Now 1,000, even though it doesn't show up as a very special moment on the fretboard, 1,000 is a very special number because for the channel, assuming that we've also hit 4,000 watch hours alongside of these 1,000 subscribers, we become YouTube partners. Heck yes. So that means
also a dream of ours.
It's a dream, and it also means a lot of good stuff because up to that point, I mean, we're just throwing down money to the channel, which we'll do anyway. But at that point, we may start making money off the channel, which we will then put back into the channel as well. So at that point, you can start to expect seeing a lot of improvement.
Yep. So after we become YouTube partners, we're planning to hit 2,500. And at that point, we will put out at least one paid advertisement.
Yes. So yeah, along the lines of marketing, like, of course, we're about to 5,000, like, we gotta build up some brand recognition.
We gotta put ourselves out there.
We've got to put ourselves out there. So we're gonna make a sweet little advertisement for the channel. We're gonna just throw it out on a bunch of metal stuff. Probably. I mean, I don't know where they're gonna put it, but
I mean, our area has a couple of rock radio stations.
True.
We'll see what happens. Really, I mean, we'll get there when we get there.
Totally. Yeah, that one, we'll have to figure out exactly where the best avenue will be to do the paid advertisement. But from 2,500, we're going to jump like a half step to 3,750. This one, though, very exciting. So as you can see, right now we're sitting on these
retirement center chairs.
Yes, retirement center church chairs. And not only the retirement center, but you go to whatever room is the church in a retirement center and you get these chairs. Not really, but anyway, they're not very comfortable. And they're certainly not very cool.
They're not stylish at all.
And we sit in them the entire time that you watch us on this channel. 99.9% of the time, at least so far, we've been sitting in these chairs. So we think when we get to 3,750 subscribers, we're going to upgrade and we're going to go big. Thrones, we're talking.
I mean, really, Thrones is just the best way to describe what we want.
Yes. I mean, we'll put up a little picture here. Basically just fancy chairs.
We're not royalty or anything, but it would definitely fit the aesthetic.
It would fit it well, and it would make for a beautiful improvement to the set. So
it would be a good sight for sore eyes.
It would be. It would be. And for sore butts.
Yes. So after we get Thrones, which that's probably one of my favorite goals.
Thrones, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. That's why it's at $3,750 because it's gonna take a while. They'll be a little pricey.
We hit the big one.
The big guy, 5,000 subscribers. And you know what that's gonna be? That's gonna be a direct, what do you call it? We're going back to you guys. We're giving you guys something because, sure, it's going to be cool to see some chairs. It'll be cool to get some lighting. It'll be cool to have the patch on the jacket. But all that's kind of just for the channel. This one is content related.
So in addition to our weekly videos, we would like to do a Metal Mass podcast.
Metal Mass podcast.
Now, believe it or not, that's where this whole idea came from.
It did. Yeah. We sat around. We used to hang out. So we've been hanging out weekly for years and almost our entire lives. There's some breaks in there, but we've been hanging out for years. And at one point we would just chat. We would just chat about metal in the car to and from dinner or to dessert. And it was a lot of fun. And one day we just said, why don't we make this a podcast? We wrote it all out and we're like, this would be super cool, but we don't know how to do a podcast. Let's just do YouTube in the meantime. Because we know how to do that. We did a little dinky channel before this, just in high school. It was fun. And you know what? It's become Metal Mass.
Yeah, so a little bit of backstory. So in high school, I pretty much listened to metalcore and heavy metal, a little bit of thrash metal. But that's it. And honestly, I didn't know the difference. I didn't know that they were different genres at all, or subgenres.
Yeah.
And when Apple Music came out and suddenly you didn't have to pay $1.99 for a song.
Every song.
Or $10 an album or whatever.
Yes.
At that point you had to hear a song on the radio or a friend had to show you a song. You had to really like it. You had to commit to it and you had to purchase it. I know that Spotify has been out forever, but at that point I had already put so much money into buying stuff from the Apple Store or iTunes. It was iTunes. Yeah.
That's funny.
I really couldn't just leave all that and go
through.
But Apple Music was like significantly cheaper. So when I subscribed myself to that, every single metal band on planet Earth became available.
Oh man.
I mean, anything from like the Big Four to some garage band in Norway, it's incredible. And I started discovering, power metal and symphonic metal and, just all of the
Nintendo black
death metal,
white metal,
just Viking metal, folk metal. The list goes on and on and on.
True.
And even at that point, I still didn't know that there was they were defining subgenres.
Yes.
And so I kind of had to, research and surf the internet and find it out for myself. And it wasn't even that easy. And so our thoughts were, why don't we make a podcast and help people
understand the subgenres,
expand their metal collection,
Yes.
And understand that there's more than just, the bands that you listen to in high school.
Yes.
Right. Because I was so impressed by the stuff I've heard and I would have never heard it on a radio station.
They don't play that stuff.
Honestly. So the idea of the podcast is to help people, first of all, discover new music.
Yes.
And understand the different subgenres.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember we still have this plan. Maybe I'll post this web up here that we made of this isn't going to be all the subgenres of all time, but this is after some, decent amount of research that we did trying to break down as many subgenres as we possibly could. Yeah. The idea of the podcast is to go through each of these subgenres, figure out, okay, what are the most prominent bands that we can see? If it's a subgenre that we're really, that we've done a lot of investigation and listening ourselves, then it's one where we'll be able to tell even more details about it and the history about it. And yeah, it's something we're really excited about. We'll dive into.
Yeah,
but
but-
it'll take a lot of time.
Yeah,
so,
for sure. When we first started looking at the logistics of a podcast,
yeah.
it's hard to get out there without already having a following.
Yeah, you got to have a community, and that's why we're gonna wait until we have a community. You know,
Yeah, for
when
sure.
we've got 5,000 subscribers, you guys will be owed a podcast. All right, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited for that.
That does not mean that the YouTube channel is secondary.
Not at all. No, yes. The YouTube channel will stay exactly where it's at and continue to improve. We'll just additionally, at that point, we'll be able to justify spending additional time out of our lives to just really dive in and do a podcast on top of everything else.
Yeah, and we're super excited. We really hope that we reach these goals sooner than later,
Totally.
but it's up to you guys. And if you're already subscribed,
Tell your friends.
yeah, honestly.
But also, we appreciate you as you are.
Yeah. Well, let us know what you think of our goals. Let us know if you think that some of them are just, obsolete. Ooh, these are still up for change.
Totally. We've
Even
got a
though
while.
we're committing to them right now, we're not going to fluke. Or
Oh, not at all. Yeah. We're committing to the goals, but the prizes, maybe we change those up. And then beyond that, who knows? Maybe we hit 5,000 subscribers in a few months. I'd find that unlikely. But if we did,
Here's
we're going to
hoping.
need some more goals on top of that.
sure. So yeah, watch out for another goal list. Once we've hit 5,000, it'll be really fun to
Heck yes.
map out what we want to do for the channel.
Yeah, it's good stuff. We got a lot of milestones and a lot of improvements, but we're excited to have you along with us for the ride.
Yeah. Well, if you are subscribed, welcome to the Metal Mass community.
Indeed. And if you are not subscribed, please join the Middle Mass community.
Anyway, that's all we got for this one. May metal be with you.
Blessings be upon you.
Amen.
Amen.